Welcome to another week in gaming with me, GD, the place for the hottest news, UK charts and new releases of the week. In this week's news, new PS Vita model and PS Vita TV announced, iPhone 5S and 5C revealed, 2 new Assassin's Creed games named, and GTA 5 released early. Also, if you want to skip to a certain section of the video, just click on the labelled section to the left. First in this week's news, Sony has announced the PlayStation Vita TV, an addition to its PlayStation family that offers access to video streaming services as well as the ability to play stacks of older PlayStation titles. PS Vita TV takes the form of a tiny box, 6.5cm by 10.5cm, built using elements of the PS Vita architecture, which hooks up to your television either wirelessly or via cable. Once set up and in Japan only for now, the console offers users the ability to stream video content using a variety of services. Sony cites Hulu, Tsutaya and Nico Nico are amongst those which will be available when the device launches in Japan, but for a potential North American or European launch, you would expect to see the likes of Netflix, LoveFilm and Blinkbox approached as partners. In terms of gaming, Sony says the PS Vita TV will offer a lineup of around 1300 software titles taken from the PS Vita, PSP and PS1. It is also being built with the intention of supporting remote play for most PS4 games. As per the official announcement, this will allow users to enjoy most of the PS4 games on PS Vita TV as if they are playing it on a PS4 system. Thinking about why that might be the case brings us back to Gaikai, the cloud gaming service that Sony acquired in 2012 for around £240 million. Back in February, Gaikai CEO David Perry explained during the PS4 announcement event in New York that Sony's intention was to make PS1, PS2, PS3 and PS4 games available on any platform thanks to cloud technology. The PS Vita TV is clearly part of this line of thinking, but when it comes to Europe, cloud gaming faces a big challenge in terms of broadband capacity. Gaikai was notably absent from presentations at the recent Gamescom event in Germany, and an interview with SCEE President Jim Ryan for Edge confirmed the reasoning. So the plan is to begin with North America next year, and the plan is to provide a streaming service that will allow the PS3 content initially to be streamed to firstly PS4, then PS Vita and then PS3, said Ryan. I touched upon these issues of broadband in Europe during the presentation. Europe is of course on the roadmap for that service to be deployed at some point in the future, but for reasons outside of our control we don't yet have a timeline for it. So at a show which is now pretty global in its reach, but primarily aimed at a European audience, we didn't really want to start talking about the virtues of this great cloud-based service without knowing exactly when it will come to Europe. The PS Vita won't be coming to Europe or US at this time, according to Sony's gaming boss Andrew House. Talking to Nikai's Tech On website, House said the Vita TV was planned for Japan, China, Korea and other Asian countries, but not yet for the US and UK. It's hitting Japan first, House says, because there's no dominant video streaming company there. So Sony thinks its box gaming chops can capture some viewers for its own movie service. The US and UK are well served by Netflix and other companies such as Amazon's LoveFilm, so Sony would have a hard time attracting viewers if the Vita TV doesn't support those services. The PS Vita TV is scheduled to launch in Japan on the 14th of November with a recommended retail price of about £65 for the basic unit, or about £95 for a bundle which includes a wireless DualShock controller and 8GB memory card. In other Vita related news, Sony has also showcased a redesigned and Wi-Fi capable version of the handheld console called the PlayStation Vita 2000. An updated model is designed to appeal to more casual gamers and has gone through a total overhaul of its internal architecture. The result is a Vita which is 20% thinner than the previous model and 15% lighter. It also offers an LCD screen, cheaper than the OLED of the original, an extra hour of battery life and 1GB of onboard memory. Also, it comes in 6 colours. The new PS Vita 2000 is to come out in Japan on October the 10th. Still no release date if and when it's coming out to the US and Europe. Also in the news this week, Apple has finally revealed the iPhone 5S, its long-awaited successor to the iPhone 5, alongside the colourful plastic iPhone 5C at an official launch event in San Francisco. The new handset will be available in a choice of space grey, silver or gold colours, retaining the same glass and aluminium body from the iPhone 5, except with some aluminium edging that gives it a little extra bit of bling. The 4-inch display remains unchanged, and Apple has stuck with a Retina Class 1136 by 640 resolution panel. This is unsurprising, seeing as it's already impossible to spot the individual pixels from an average viewing distance, but will still come as a disappointment for anyone hoping to watch full HD video or even 720p. The power button is still at the top, next to the 3.5mm audio jack. The volume buttons and mute switch is still on the side, and a lightning connector is still found at the bottom. All in all, a very similar looking handset to the iPhone 5. The only new physical addition to the iPhone 5S is the Touch ID ring built into the home button. The silver ring acts as a fingerprint reader for enhanced security. It can read in any orientation and scans below the epidermal skin layers. To avoid scratches, the home button is now made from sapphire crystal. The rear camera sensor is around 15% larger than the outgoing model and uses 1.5 micron pixels for improved low light shooting. This is paired with a twin LED flash for even more light when shooting in dark conditions. Apple calls it True Tone, with one cool white flash and second warmer amber LED that automatically adjusts depending on the lighting conditions for the best picture. Image stabilization and best shot selection are both automatic. There's also a burst shot mode and a 120 frames per second slow motion video recording at 720p, along with the new filters found in iOS 7. Inside, Apple has upgraded the A6 processor found in the iPhone 5 to an A7 CPU. It's a 64-bit chip to take advantage of the 64-bit version of iOS 7 it will run. It should be up to 40 times faster in terms of CPU performance and 56 times faster for GPU tasks than the original iPhone, and can run OpenGL 3.0 games like the 2013's Nexus 7. It is paired with an M7 motion code processor which handles accelerometers, compass and gyroscope duties. It can tell whether you're walking, driving or stationary, and app developers will be able to tap into it in combination with GPS. Despite the presence of two processors, it should still manage 10 hours of 3G or 4G browsing, or up to 250 hours of standby on a single charge. It also supports global LTE bands, apparently more than any other smartphone in the world, so it will have no trouble working on 4G networks in every country it launches in, including here in the UK, where you have a choice of EE, Vodafone and O2. The iPhone 5 will launch with iOS 7, the latest version of Apple's mobile operating system. Its major visual departure from the software, with a pastel colour scheme, flattened icons and no more skeuomorphic elements, the way the Note app looks like real-lined paper. Multitasking has been improved, so apps update through push notifications, not just when you switch to them from other apps. Notification sync will please owners of multiple iOS devices, as swiping a message away from an iPhone 5S will also dismiss it from an iPad. The redesigned notification center now lets you scroll through messages, emails, tweets and other notifications in a long list. Tab separate updates into today, all and missed, so you don't need to worry about things falling through the cracks. The major addition is Control Center, which puts common settings and toggles such as Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, flight mode and brightness in one location. A swipe from the bottom of the screen brings up the menu, which also includes a flashlight, music play controls, a camera shortcut and a calculator. All 5 iWork apps will be free to download too. Finally, AirDrop shares whatever you're currently doing on any nearby iOS 7 device using Wi-Fi. Tapping the AirDrop icon shows who is in the vicinity and selecting them automatically shares. The iPhone 5S is up for pre-order now alongside iOS 7 for existing iPhone, iPad and iPod models. It will go on sale on the 20th of September. Prices start from £549 for the 16GB, £629 for the 32GB and £709 for the 64GB model. Next in the news, Ubisoft have announced a standalone mobile game, Assassin's Creed Pirates, for mobile and tablets. The spin-off has players explore the Caribbean, upgrade their ship and engage in real-time naval battles. Players can upgrade their ship with better sails and weapons and recruit new crew members to acquire perks. Characters from Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag will make appearances in Pirates, including Blackbeard and Benjamin Hornigold. Assassin's Creed Pirates will be available this autumn. Also, the previously rumoured HD port of Assassin's Creed 3's Liberation has been officially announced by Ubisoft. Set for release on Xbox 360, PS3 and PC soon, the HD version promises visual improvements, remastered music, new sound effects, gameplay refinements and new levels. Starring the series' first female protagonist, Evelyn, Assassin's Creed 3 Liberation is set in and around New Orleans in 1765 and first launched on PS Vita last year. Finally in the news this week, gamers who are looking for Grand Theft Auto 5 news on the weekend before the title's release will undoubtedly find numerous leaks from those who have managed to receive the game early. It now seems that one of the larger culprits responsible for the broken street date is Amazon.com, after GamesIndustry.biz reported on that the online retailer has already sent out copies of the anticipated new installment of the open world franchise. Rockstar Games has already stated that they are indeed looking into early sales due to the large amounts of GTA 5 leaks that continue to spring up online. It has also been reported that a number of physical retailers may decide to also break the game's street date and decide to sell Grand Theft Auto 5 early in order to compete with the online outlet. More than likely due to this, an Xbox 360 gamer has managed to get hold of a copy of Grand Theft Auto 5 before the official release date and has been posting Vine videos with footage from the game which have spread to NeoGAF. One of the videos contained his gamer tag and Microsoft have quickly dealt a blow and have banned his entire console from Xbox Live. This means he will have to buy a new console. The Rockstar policy of posting copyright material from its games is very clear. Pre-release footage, no pre-release leaked footage of any kind, any posting of in-game footage from leaked copies of the game prior to its official release date will be taken down, regardless of how the game was obtained. This includes early unboxing videos.
Who are you? The man who's gonna kill you. Tom Clancy's.
And if you want to know if your game has made the top 20 for this week, either go to eurgame.com or click on the link in the details below. Now it's time for the new releases, starting with Grand Theft Auto 5 on Xbox 360 and PS3, out September the 17th. Next we have Harvest Moon: A New Beginning on 3DS, out September the 20th. Also, we have Pro Evolution Soccer 2014 on Xbox 360, PS3 and PC, out September the 20th. And finally, we have Shin Megami Tensei Devil Summoner Soul Hackers on 3DS, out September the 20th. That's it for another week in gaming for the week ending 14th September. Follow us on Twitter or Facebook in the links below. Also, if you like the show, click on the subscribe button and the like button below. And remember to tune in next week for more of the hottest news, UK charts and new releases for the week, right here on Another Week in Gaming.